everybody. Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. This is Andrew. Today, we're doing a little bit of a different review. We are once again, to no one's surprise, talking about Terminator.
That's what we do, baby.
That's what we do. It's like Halloween, Terminator, same like 4 or 5 movies that we gush over all the time. Purpose of today's video, we're doing something a little different. We are reviewing the 4K release of the Terminator that just come out just a few weeks ago, basically. The time of this recording, this is December. This was like the end of October when it came out.
Yeah.
This is for those folks who may be on the edge of buying this or maybe hesitant to buy this new version. If you don't have the 4K edition or you don't have Terminator, just wherever you're at, as far as Terminator copies go, and you're on the fence, hopefully this will help, because this is coming from somebody who, I mean, we're not really stingy on quality, depends on what it is. Andrew's a super fan of Terminator. It's like his favorite movie of all time.
Oh, yeah.
It's not my favorite movie of all time, and for most people who've been following us, they know that I'm a T2 guy. I love T1, but T2 is my thing. We're doing a little bit of a comparison too, because, I mean, basically, as the title's going to say, is this worth your upgrade if you already own something, another version of this movie? You're on the fence. Now, this movie, starting off, I think, really needed this.
Oh, yeah.
Which, you know, this is my copy. This is Andrew's copy of the 4K. You can see it on the screen. And then this is my copy of the Blu-ray. This came out quite a few years ago. I picked it up in the $5 bin at Walmart. Didn't have the DVD. This is Andrew's VHS, original hi-fi stereo. Yeah, let me see. Actually, let me see what the...
Did you say 2012?
I think that's what this says. Is 2012 was when this was copyrighted package design. So yeah, I think this is a 2012 release, thereabouts. I don't know how many other Blu-rays have been released, how many versions. I'm not.
I've got one that's different from that one.
Yeah, so. I'm not. But I don't know if it's the same transfer and just a different cover. I'm not, like super savvy when it comes to a lot of shit like that. Okay, so I think both of us agree that not only this was needed, this was the right call.
Yes.
This is an amazing transfer.
Yep, there's still a little bit of grain there. I don't know. I've heard some people say it might have been
artificially done.
Yeah, artificially done. But it is so clear. For a guy who grew up on this grainy son of a gun, yeah, this is the best $25 I spent since that time in Tijuana that my parole officer said I can't talk about anymore.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble. I think I would agree, which I'm going to go out and buy a copy of this myself. So if anybody is on the fence about buying this because they might have this or another copy of the Terminator in some shape or form, I highly, highly recommend you buy this 4K release. I haven't got it on Fandango yet or Vudu or whatever. I got the digital copy. This comes with a digital code. I have not checked that out. I'm assuming it's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
But this is truly a remarkable transfer. A lot of people, and we were talking about it a little bit before we started, there's a lot of people who were complaining about other 4K releases this past year.
Oh yeah, there was True Lies, The Abyss, and Aliens, all James Cameron movies that came out in April, I believe, or something like that. Yeah. And everybody was complaining about the transfers on those.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah. I don't have True Lies in an HD. I have it on 4K. I bought it on Fandango, so I do have the 4K of that one. I liked it. I didn't notice anything too crazy. It's not, I mean, it wasn't like overly impressive, but I'm used to it streaming on something and then going away, or I'm used to the DVD. I'm not used to True Lies in HD because for a long time, it was not available.
Yeah.
You went on Vudu, it's a rent only, or it wasn't even there. You couldn't even rent it. When they finally come out with that, they put it on there finally, and I was able to buy it. And I enjoyed it. It was okay. I mean, I haven't really, from a review aspect, looked at it and looked at other versions. So, I mean, just initial impressions was it was okay. I have not seen Aliens yet either.
Yeah. Yeah, and we just watched. It was your Halloween 4K, right?
Yeah.
And it was pretty decent. I mean, it
was Dean Cundy approved apparently, but he's approved I think most of the transfers. I have most versions of Halloween I think, other than the VHS. I have a DVD. I had a couple DVDs actually. I had the TV version extension that you can't really find many places. That were the TV. There was a DVD and the TV footage shot in 81 was included in the run. It wasn't just extra, bonus features.
Right.
It was actually in the cut. And of course I got the original DVD, and then I have the 35th anniversary Blu-ray, and then I have the Blu-ray that came with the box set, because I have the Shout Factory box set that's astronomically high now. And now I've got the Shout Factory 4K. And I will say, and not to make this about Halloween, but I will say I'm on the fence about some scenes in that 4K. And so where some Blu-rays might look a little bit better, at least on my Shout Factory one it does. I haven't been I've got several 4K now, and all of them have been respectable. First Blood was okay. I have Batman. I have all the Batmans on 4K. Batman Returns, all of them decent. The Blu-ray anniversary edition of Batman I have is almost better it's good in a different way, and that's what's similar to a lot of these. I've noticed it's just the blacks are black, some of the colors are vibrant, and then sometimes they're not.
Yeah, in like First Blood's case.
Yeah, it's just not. It doesn't always fit. I'm not a purist, so I don't need all of the grain that some people love.
Yeah,
but a little bit doesn't hurt it. Because you also are still in a kind of a time capsule. You don't want to completely take, like I was telling him during the watching of this, I feel conflicted because this looks so good that I'm like, I don't want to.
It almost feels wrong.
It does. I'm like, I love it. It's amazing. And then I go watch that Blu-ray version, which we kind of checked out a little bit beforehand, and I'm like, man, some of these scenes, like during the chases at night, the car chases at night down the streets, they're so black in the 4K, and it looks so good, but for some reason, like a little bit of that lightness and that gray, that graininess to the Blu-ray that was still kind of there, made it still feel like an 80s film.
Right.
And this was just like an 80s film that was so clear. You're like, I don't know what. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But you're like, this is so good, I don't want to like go back to this.
Right.
But at the same time, like, should I really be? Is it really better in this scene? Every other scene, it's the best.
Right.
Like all the standstill shots, the close-up shots. This is truly remarkable, and this is one of the most impressive like 4K transfers I've seen.
I've only seen a handful, but yeah, this is the most impressive one I've ever seen.
So far, this is.
I would absolutely buy this again if something was to happen to this.
Like I said, I'm totally getting this, and it was needed. It's been needed for a long time. T2 had its 4K transfer, and I love it too. Again, it comes down to preference, because while it's so clear and it's so nice, there are certain things that I love to pop in that Skynet edition I have and just watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I'm not mad at it. Like I can watch either version, be completely content. But the 4K version of things that I've seen so far has not jumped out at me so much that I'm like, okay, I would spend $25 on this every time.
Right.
This is one of those that I can tell you that I don't know if anybody will agree out there, but this is one of those that I will drop the money on.
For the first time, I told Brandon when we were watching it, when Arnold is crouched down there, I'm like, watch this close up here, and just the clearness in the face.
Yeah.
And that Technor scene, which we all love, just the pinks.
Yeah.
In that, it's so vibrant. Just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, so clear. Yeah, and me being like such a Halloween fan, I was even hesitant to buy the 4K of that. And it was just like, well, seeing pictures and stuff on the internet, the comparisons and videos, like, okay, that does look good, and then you see it and you're like, it's not. I don't know if it's $25 good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth buying a whole new media good. If it's on sale, yeah. Or if you're just a collector. So I know we have a tendency to ramble and talk about it, and get off track a little bit, but this will be the best money, no matter what you spend on it, obviously not more than $25, $30, but that and under, it's totally worth it.
Yes.
It's needed. If you don't have, whether you have another version of it or not, I think this is totally worth the upgrade. Whereas, some other 4Ks aren't always that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, not $30 worth.
Right. So, yeah, like I wouldn't recommend doing Halloween right now unless you can get it under $20. And some of these other ones I probably wouldn't necessarily recommend, but this one, 100%.
Yep.
You will not go wrong. And during the editing, we might throw some stills up, like comparison stills. I don't know, because what's weird about that is you're not seeing it with your own eye.
Yeah.
And it's easy to throw in a really clear HD picture of something, and you can grab stills from one version and the other. Most of that you guys can look up yourself on Google anyway, and it's just going to be one of those things you have to determine for yourself. But I think you need to see them both in action.
Yeah. Take that from two guys who are cheap. You
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's the best seller of this all. We're both cheap, and we're not purists necessarily, even for our favorite movies. But this is something that we're very, very thrilled about, considering how expensive they are when they first come out, and how cheap we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the collectors, definitely. For the people on the fence, definitely. If you just don't give a shit that much, then keep your Blu-ray, whatever. And if you're a purist and you like more grain, keep your Blu-ray for now.
Yeah, because the extras are all the same.
Yeah, the extras are all the same. It's not anything you haven't seen as far as that goes, and we didn't really talk about that. But you will get a digital, like with this. Whoops, I'm dropping it. We're not going to edit that out because it's live TV. But this is nothing special, but you will get a digital copy, and I don't think you got a digital. I don't think I got a digital one with this. And this was a $5
probably
deal
before all that started.
Yeah, I think so. But this is, for most people, I think totally worth it.
Yeah,
so 10 out of 10 would bang. So anything you want to add?
Nah. If you're on the fence, definitely check it out, and we'll catch you down the road.
Yeah, peace.